In this module, you will review the safety precautions, and how they pertain to the service or installation of the microplex printers. Remember safety in lifting. Always lift with your knees. All of the microplex printers will require at least 2 persons to lift or remove from the crate or pallet. The smallest printer weighs about 90 pounds, and the largest about 620 pounds. The larger printers will require more than 2 people to move or lift. Some machines have casters which will allow them to roll. These printers will still require at least 2 persons to move. During the installation of the printer, you will be working with up to 230 volts AC. Remember to use the utmost caution when working near the main power supply of the machine. When performing an installation, take care when unpacking the printers. The larger machines will require at least 4 people to lift or remove the printer from the pallet, if the printer is not equipped with a ramp. Please use good judgment before attempting to help lift any piece of equipment. If you have any concerns about the installation, before starting, please contact your manager. With that in mind, you must also pay attention to possible crush hazards when moving the equipment. As with any electrical equipment, you want to be aware of any shock hazards. Dangerous voltages exist. When installing the printer, the power should be turned off and the printer should be unplugged until it is needed. For the F40, F60, F90, and the F166 models, it will be required that we connect a power cord, aka a pigtail, for a connection to 230 volts AC during an installation. Please be cautious of the electrical hazards when installing the pigtail wires to the power terminals. Follow the directions outlined in the manual. There should be no power present when attaching the wires to the terminal in the machine. After the pigtail is connected to the printer, we will need to check the power using a multimeter to be sure we have 230 volts AC plus or minus 3%. This will be covered in more detail in the installation module. When you are performing preventative maintenance and service visits, be mindful when the covers are off and you are testing components to avoid shock. Also when testing, watch out for moving parts to avoid crushing and pinching hazards. If the power is not required during your service, turn the power off and unplug the printer. When replacing parts that are not consumables, the printer power must be off. Be aware of the fuser units, these can get extremely hot. You need to allow plenty of time for the fuser to cool to avoid burns. Allow the fuser to cool at least 10 minutes before removing. A hot roll fuser can stay warm up to a half hour. When working with toner, be aware that the toner is easily combustible and should never come in contact with fire.